Hello and welcome to Granada Reports.
On the programme this evening.
A kiss from mum before Lauren has the potentially life-changing operation that you, our viewers, help make reality.
The Southport public inquiry hears the brother of the killer says he targeted children to cause maximum harm to society.
Taking the strain, could Caitlin be crowned the world's strongest teenager?
A little more Basil, please. What John Cleese thinks of the stage version of his sitcom classic, Fawlty Towers.
And bonfire night is upon us, but what do we have in store for the rest of tonight and tomorrow? I'll have all the details in the forecast later.
So first, to a life-changing moment for a young woman that you, our viewers, made possible.
Yeah, last year we brought you the story of Lauren Bolton from Lancashire, who was in constant pain and unable to eat properly due to a degenerative jaw condition.
She was on a 4-year waiting list for an NHS op, a wait her family feared she wouldn't survive. Granada Reports viewers helped raise almost £100,000 for her to go private.
Well, our correspondent Mel Barham was with Lauren as she travelled to London for the surgery that could give her her life back.
Lauren Bolton has waited so long for this day. After years of misdiagnosis and battling to be heard, she's finally getting the jaw replacement she's been so desperate for. Lauren's been living in constant pain for years. She has end-stage degenerative arthritis in her jaw, meaning her jaw is essentially locked. She can't eat solid food, and even talking is painful. And her family feared she wouldn't survive the 4-year wait for the operation on the NHS.
It would be incredible, wouldn't it, to get you back to normal?
I can't imagine a life not in pain. So to try and imagine getting that money and getting that surgery, I can't.
Last February, after featuring her story on Granada, an outpouring of generosity raised almost £100,000 in less than a week, which has got her here to this private hospital in London.
How are you feeling? Nervous. Yeah, really nervous. It's obviously a huge operation and it's the last chance now I've got at getting some quality of life back. But I know I'm in very good hands.
What is it going to mean to you, this operation?
Everything. It's being able to wake up and not be in pain, and to be able to eat like a normal person, you know, to be able to build my career again. It is just everything, every aspect of my life this condition affects. And I just want to get on with living now.
So yeah.
Very good to see you. So happy to see you.
Lauren is having a jaw joint replacement, so complex only a handful of surgeons can perform it. The operation involves removing the diseased part of the jaw, the hinge, replacing it with a customised prosthetic jaw made from titanium, fixed to the skull base and lower jaw with screws.
Jaw joint replacement surgery is very complex. The complexity of it is the anatomy of where we perform the operation. Most of it is carried out in the base of the skull, and there are important arteries and veins and nerves, especially the artery and vein that supply and drain the brain, and also the nerve that moves the face. So it's a risky surgery.
2 6mm and 8mm screws that's on your right side, so that's the part of the jaw that will be removed.
There's a small percentage of people who still experience pain long term after this surgery, so that terrifies me. And there's a risk of permanent facial paralysis. I know I'm in good hands, but the risk is there.
The intended benefit is obviously to improve your pain symptoms and your function.
I thought that when I got here it would start to feel very real, but it still doesn't. And to be sat here now, you know, about to go down to theatre for an operation that could completely change my life, it's huge. I just feel completely numb, to be honest.
And hopefully next time we see you, things will be very different.
Yeah, I hope so.
And without the generosity of Granada viewers, Lauren says she simply wouldn't be here.
I can never find the words to say thank you enough. I really, really can't. I genuinely never thought that I would get to this point and be having this operation, and I wouldn't be if it wasn't for those people. I owe everything I do from this point forward in my life, everything I achieve, everything that I experience is because of those people. So yeah, thank you is never ever going to be enough.
And so, after such a long battle to get help, the wait is finally over. All thanks to the kindness of strangers, Lauren's been given the chance to step into theatre for an operation she hopes will completely transform her life. Mel Barham, ITV News, London.
Yeah, and thanks so much to everyone who's helped Lauren get that surgery. You're all fabulous, and we'll be hearing how the operation went on tomorrow night's programme.
This month is TMJ month. That's a time of awareness about a range of conditions like Lauren's. There is more information about that on our website. Go to itv.com/Granada. Now, to more truly shocking revelations emerging from the public inquiry into the Southport stabbings.
Yeah, the brother of the killer, referred to as AR by the inquiry, told the hearing in Liverpool he thinks children were targeted to cause maximum harm to society. The killer's father has also been giving evidence.
3 girls were stabbed to death and 10 other people injured in the attack in July last year. Anna Yosef's been following today's proceedings. Anna?
Thanks, Rob. Well, today was another intense day of evidence, and the first time we've heard directly from one of AR's parents. Speaking from a secret location, Alphonse R said AR would have random outbursts of violence, sometimes twice a day. We heard how AR had physically attacked and threatened to kill his father on numerous occasions, with the violence becoming worse after he was excluded from school in 2019. In a statement, Alphonse R said, "I became conditioned to his behaviour, allowed him to abuse and assault me and to cause damage at home without response, because this was the only way of getting through the day. I'm ashamed that this was my response, and I felt demeaned, but I did not know what else to do." He admitted he hadn't reported all of the violent incidents because he was concerned AR would be taken away and put into care. He also admitted because he was frightened of his son, he hadn't, quote, prevented him from doing things a parent would normally do, like restricting internet activity and ordering weapons online. He said he was aware this had catastrophic consequences, for which he was desperately sorry. Earlier, AR's older brother, Dion, said his father warned him his brother was dangerous and to be careful around him. This just days before the teenager stabbed the 3 little girls to death. He told the inquiry he immediately suspected his younger brother, who hadn't left the house for more than 2 years, was potentially going out to carry out an attack when he left the family home on the day of the tragedy. And today was the first time we've heard any explanation of a motive from one of his family members. Asked why he thought his brother had targeted a children's dance class, Dion R said, "Children are very valuable to society in that they are society's future, and it would hurt societies particularly badly if something like this happened. This is only a thought I've had in retrospect." The inquiry continues tomorrow, when we're expected to hear evidence from AR's mother.
Anna, thank you.
Well, next tonight, an unwanted and inappropriate attention on public transport is sadly something many of us will have experienced, especially women and girls.
But tonight, some hope of making travelling by train at least a little bit safer.
Yeah, passengers on the Merseyrail network in Merseyside are being offered the chance to use virtual reality headsets to see a new film offering advice and information on the dangers to look out for and how to report them.
Our correspondent Anne O'Connor has more.
At Liverpool's Central Station earlier, the latest in a series of nationwide activities by the Rail Delivery Group and British Transport Police aimed at tackling sexual harassment using VR headsets to show a video, the types and the ways to report it.
It doesn't cost anything to smile, love.
What? Well, I mean, if it did, I'd pay for it. Do you know what I mean? I'd pay for a smile. I mean, no, I mean, she's ready for a night out. Look at that, she's got the blonde hair done, she's got the leather jacket on.
Let's leave it out, guys.
What's up, right?
No, it's not all right. Right, just leave her alone. So what we want to do is to educate our passengers of what to do if they're either sexually harassed or they see someone being sexually harassed. So we want to have the conversation today about what you should do, how you should report it, and also how you can safely intervene and support people who might have any unwanted behaviour.
Text British Transport Police on 61016, and in an emergency, always call 999.
Recent research by the United Nations Women's Group in the UK showed almost 3/4 have experienced harassment on transport. Today's event involved people who work with women and girls and can pass on the message.
We're all about making sure women have a safe space and are supported safely. To be able to go back with the information and what I've learned here today and pass that on and let other women know about the safety that's available for them on the network will just be great.
First of all, raise awareness. I think it's going to make people think, you know what, report things that they wouldn't have reported. It shows things that are more serious than what they are. Sometimes people think it's nothing, but it is something.
It was some really uncomfortable watching, and it was really important to think about all the different ways that we could be supporting each other as a community when we're facing harassment, but it was really uncomfortable.
We want you to report it. No incident or detail is too small or trivial. We will always take you seriously.
Anne O'Connor, ITV News, Liverpool.
Well, let's take a look at some more of the day's news now. And residents in Rochdale who've been told they'll have to leave their unsafe homes say their flats should be repaired. Last week, the landlord for the Seven Sisters flats, Rochdale Borough-wide housing, told tenants they have to move out. Residents have now staged a protest outside a meeting between RBH and Mayor Andy Burnham.
We are fighting to save our homes, and this is having a huge well-being impact on people's lives.
There's nothing wrong with the blocks. They could quite easily be refurbished. All the issues have been caused by them refusing to do repairs.
A man from Leyland's been jailed after he defaced more than 20 gravestones. Jason Williams painted offensive images and language outside of St James's Church on Good Friday. He also smashed a window and vandalised nearby cars. A court handed down an 8-month sentence.
A toll increase came into force today on a bridge linking Cheshire and Greater Manchester. Warburton Bridge has been free to use for the last year due to repair works, but from today the toll increased from an historic 12p to £1 each way. The Manchester Ship Canal Company says the increase will cover the costs of repairs.
Now, we're always told we should move more to improve our physical health, but did you know it can help your mental health as well?
Yeah, experts say movement and exercise can help ease symptoms of depression and counteract negative thoughts.
All this week, I'm meeting people who've tried something different to up their mood and their well-being. Tonight, it's those who run and dance. Pounding pathways doesn't just protect your body, it protects your mind and so much more, says a runner from Liverpool who moves for his mental health.
It saved my life.
Saved your life?
It saved my life.
Stephen Melling's anxiety overwhelmed him in the past to the point of addiction. But then came a moment in rehab which took him in a new direction.
The support worker at the time, his words were, I would just go and run it off. And I went to run around the car park at the back of the rehab. Only 10 cars, a small car park. Done 20 laps, couldn't do it, hated every minute of it. Had to stop 3 or 4 times. But after it, I just felt a little bit better. So the next day I went out again, and again and again. After about 3 weeks, I just made a connection that me running in the morning is making me feel better, clearing my anxiety, lifting my mood, and that's when my life changed.
Life's changed for others out circling the city's Sefton Park. Targets and timings far less important than finding a happier place.
It is hard work, but you just go at your own pace. So you start with a little jog, start walking at the same time, and then you just improve and you get better. And once you start running, it becomes like a meditation, if you like, where you can start processing your day or not thinking about anything at all, and being out in nature as well. Yeah, it's just a healing process.
Dancing is the movement of choice for teenager Amy Lewis from Skelmersdale. The 16-year-old told me what it's done for her mental health.
I wouldn't have been quite as outgoing as I am. I would just be like really stay close to stay closed in. But now there's a massive difference, and I can see it in myself.
So it's transformed how you interact in the world?
Yes, it has completely. I've not became anxious about it, so I feel right at home. I absolutely love it. I feel a lot happier, I'm more enthusiastic, so it has been a great thing to do.
Wellbeing researchers say the benefits of motion can sometimes be missed because many people equate staying still with calming their mind.
They think that it's just on an app, it's mindfulness, it's breathing, or it's, you know, sitting quietly for a period of time, but it's taking anything that takes you out of your mind and into your body is so key in sort of improving your mental health. Some people find running, some people find the gym. I find moving to some music really takes you out of the day, especially if you're sat in a chair all day at school or in an office.
Yeah, the difference movement can make to your mental health, especially if you're sitting in a chair for a long time. You can see the rest of the series so far on ITVX, and tomorrow night we'll be at a laughter yoga session. Kid you not, finding out how that improves well-being.
Yeah, hopefully Mike can maybe dance through the sport now to improve his mental health. But we've got Man City.
You never mentioned that in rehearsals. Don't throw that at me.
Just a surprise.
So Man City's goal machine has been speaking ahead of tonight's Champions League match, Mike.
Yeah, we're talking about Erling Haaland, of course. He faces his former club Borussia Dortmund at the Etihad tonight. He insists he isn't thinking about breaking goal-scoring records this season, despite a sensational start. The Norway striker already has 17 goals to his name this campaign. 13 of those are in the Premier League, which takes his tally in the league to 98. He's still 162 behind Alan Shearer's record, but Shearer has tipped him to break it.
I don't really know any records, but this one I know one. That's his Premier League record, yeah. But again, there's not something I can't think about records I can break. That's the last thing I think of. I try to help the team win football games. That's my job, and that's my main focus. You know, I know it's boring. I know you want me to say the completely opposite, but it's not how it is.
Well, it was another good night for Liverpool in the Champions League. It's 3 to another important win for Blackburn Rovers. It's 3 in a row now as they start to climb away from the bottom of the Championship table. They beat Bristol City 1-0 away from home thanks to Yuki Ohashi's first half goal. Well, next to the St Helens powerhouse, hoping to be crowned the world's strongest teenager. 18-year-old Caitlin McCardle is heading to Texas later this month to compete for the title. She only took up the sport of strongman to help with her fitness as a rugby league player with Lee Miners. Well, 15 months on, and she can now lift a whopping 28 stones. David Chisnall has been to meet her.
Here's that clean now, full commitment.
Caitlin McCardle is lifting big
Watch it go.
ahead of the biggest competition of her life. The 18-year-old from St Helens has only been doing strongman for 14 months, but such is her rapid rise that she's off to America to compete for the title of world's strongest teen.
I can't put into words how excited I am. Like, it's just amazing. It doesn't feel real yet.
If someone had said to you strongman before you actually got into it, what did you know about it?
I didn't know a lot. Like, I didn't have much of an interest in it until I started coming to the gym. I started using the equipment and I thought it was amazing. I just felt so happy doing it. Like, it's like where I'm meant to be.
As a rugby league player, Caitlin initially turned to the gym to help improve her fitness, but a coach soon spotted potential for strongman.
Caitlin's quite out of this world, so she come to me about 14 months ago, literally just to gain a little bit of confidence and get into the gym. I had a deadlifting in the first session. She got a 95 kilo deadlift with no gym experience, which to me I was like, what? You know, it took me breath away. A few sessions in, I was telling the mum, I was like, your daughter's got something special here.
Well, after struggling with her sport and confidence, strongman has transformed Caitlin's life both inside and outside the gym.
The difference in Caitlin, when she started in August last year to now, I don't recognise her anymore. She's confident, she's bubbly, she's bright. From the place where she was back then, where I was genuinely worried about her, to where she is now is unrecognisable, really. It's surreal, really. That's my baby girl. She'll always be my baby girl, even though she's massively stronger than me.
Since winning the first competition she entered, Caitlin's not looked back. Her coaches also compete in strongman and believe she has the potential to be the best.
She's going to win. I'm mind blown and I'm excited for what's to come because I know that Caitlin has the potential to be world's strongest woman. I've just never seen anybody with the drive and the commitment that she has in training. So honestly, keep your eyes peeled because she's going to do amazing things.
What would it mean if you could go over to America and become the world's strongest team?
It would mean the absolute world to me. Like when I first started, David said you're going to get to world's strongest eventually, and I didn't think it would come so soon. And to be doing it now, and if I could possibly be crowned it would mean absolutely everything to me.
Caitlin's mum has set up a fundraising page to help finance the trip to the Worlds in Texas, and Caitlin wants to repay all those who've helped along the way by winning something considered priceless to her and her team, the title of World's Strongest Teen. David Chisnell, ITV News, St Helens.
Finally, to the newest name in rugby league, the Manchester Swinton Lionesses, the existing club in Swinton, branching out to tap into that wider Greater Manchester audience. We wish them well. That is your sport.
Absolutely. And good luck to Caitlin. I was working it out. She can lift 28 stone. That's literally us three.
No way.
It is. All right.
Insane.
Mike, thank you. Now, Fawlty Towers, the chaotic comedy based in a hotel in Torquay, first appeared on our screens half a century ago. And it's fair to say, for many, it's still one of the funniest things to appear on television.
And if you're a fan, it may now be the funniest thing on stage too. Fawlty Towers, the play, is currently at Manchester Opera House before heading to the Empire in Liverpool, and promoting it is none other than co-writer and Basil Fawlty himself, John Cleese.
Well, our entertainment correspondent Caroline Whitmore caught up with him after a chance encounter he'd had with a lemur at Chester Zoo.
Oh, German! I'm sorry, I thought there was something wrong with you. Oh,
John Cleese, it is an honour.
It is, it is. You will remember this moment when you're on your deathbed.
We're here in Manchester, and you said you'd spent the day in Chester.
I had the chance to go to Chester Zoo for the very first time, and I've been covered by lemurs.
Well, John walked in the room and said I might have lemur poo on me.
Well, I think I have got a bit of lemur poo.
Fawlty Towers, my name is Manuel. I was looking at you, but I was talking to Polly.
You see, he was looking at you, but talking to me.
You know nothing.
Fawlty Towers, the play, is currently on at the Opera House.
It is so good, and I'm saying that from people's reports. People sort of said, did I feel displaced? And the answer, no. I'm much more of a writer than I am of a performer.
It first appeared on our screens 50 years ago. You, of course, wrote it with Connie. Did you know then when you were writing it?
Oh, no. Oh, no, you never do. You never know what's going to be a success. I never thought it would get bigger viewing figures than Monty Python. The very first Python I ever did, I got £280. It's
no, you didn't.
No, I did. And for the whole of Fawlty Towers writing and performing 6 episodes, I got £6,000.
I was surprised that there's actually only 12 episodes of Fawlty Towers, isn't there?
6 in 75. Then Connie and I got divorced, and then we did another 6 just to confuse people.
You were divorced when you wrote the last 6 episodes then?
Yeah.
So because you're still friends, weren't you?
Yeah, we were very good friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ah.
It's a great pleasure to see that it's still making people laugh.
I think I am the real life Basil Fawlty.
Why? Well, you don't seem particularly nasty.
Oh, not nasty, just chaos follows me round, John.
That's just the modern day, darling. Nothing works anymore. Somebody said, did you enjoy making Fawlty Towers? I used to say there wasn't time.
No.
There wasn't time to enjoy it. It was just frantic.
Basil!
I said I should go!
I can't talk to you without mentioning the late, great Prunella.
Oh,
and
yes.
that was quite recent.
Her memory went a long time ago. I went to a dinner and she asked me the same question 6 times.
Oh.
As we get older, my memory's not what it was. I always add, so far as I can remember.
Well, so far as I can remember, there's a book as well.
Yes.
Faults and all.
I just thought they'd like to know about how it was all put together. Here in England, it's all about Fawlty Towers. In the United States, it's all Monty Python.
As what, sir? Spirit? Yes, he did, sir.
They don't really know Fawlty Towers. We used to get 1/4% of the original fee. So if the whole series went out, I could afford a curry.
Yeah. What curry would you have?
Yeah, well, I'd probably have Rogan Josh. If I go into a restaurant, the maitre d' comes up to me and says, "The waiter here we call Manuel."
It's lovely to have you here in the Northwest, with or without Lima Poo.
No, it's quite sweet. They are the most beautiful little creatures, you know.
You just
I should have married one. I sometimes look at myself in the mirror, you know, when I'm shaving. I just think it's so extraordinary.
Thank you, John.
The weather now, here's Joe.
Mum, wet wipes, toilet or bin?
Bin. Why?
United Utilities sponsors ITV Granada weather.
Thank you. A very good evening to you. Over the next couple of days or so, we are going to be perhaps at the mercy of a few waving fronts in the far west of our region, giving a little bit of rain in places. The further east you go, the drier it'll be. And for all of us, a mild couple of days before a fresher feel at the weekend. Now, low pressure and these fronts I was mentioning are tending to affect western parts of the UK, so the Isle of Man certainly tonight and tomorrow will see some rain. But for many of us further east, it'll be a little bit drier and perhaps for all of us at times breezy over coming days. Certainly breezy this evening, especially along our coastline. Bits and pieces of patchy rain and drizzle, but for the most part, bonfire night should have got off on a fairly dry note for most of us. Bit of mistiness perhaps developing and fog in the Pennines before dawn. Winds remain fresh along our coast, but a dry end to the night and really mild double figures for the northwest of England and the Isle of Man. For tomorrow morning, perhaps a misty start in places. The sun will be up at 7:20 and it sets at 4:28 tomorrow afternoon. For the northwest of England and the Isle of Man, tomorrow should start on a dry note. Skies will brighten, some sunshine gets out, but again, as I mentioned before, western areas bearing the brunt of more cloud cover. And through the day, quite heavy rain moving into Irish Sea coast and the Isle of Man. For the rest of us, however, a drier outlook, increasing cloud through the afternoon, perhaps Cumbria seeing some patchy rain and drizzle to end the day. And for many of us, perhaps brightness turning a little bit more hazy, but really mild. 16 Celsius tomorrow. Looking ahead to Friday, a bright start but clouding over later with some patchy rain for western parts. The weekend looks generally dry. It feels fresher, but there should be some sunshine on offer.
Cleaned up well.
United Utilities sponsors ITV Granada weather.
Thanks, Joe. And if you're heading out for bonfire night, please take care, but have lots of fun.
Thanks for watching. Have a great night. Bye-bye.